Basically what happened was the dealer told me, kid, don't do that. And I said, I think I'm going to do that. They didn't wave back. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. Welcome to New York. Oh, the one thing I hate about the Northeast, it goes from 70 to cold as dick. I got a comment on last video saying, Sonny, don't you talk shit about North Carolina. It's the best state in the country. I beg to differ. I was going to take it back. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? You guys have Myrtle Beach. Then I looked it up. That's in South Carolina. You don't even have that. All Cherokee is curved roads and underwhelming mountains. Even the terrain looks sad. It's like, speaking of Cherokee, here's part 2. If you didn't catch last video, Poker.org hired me to be a videographer slash filmer for the WSOP in Cherokee. They threw me up in this hotel room and now we're here. By the glory of God, today we are going to try to make some time to play poker. I feel like a mad scientist. It's 5 in the morning, dude. I just got out of work. Kind of ridiculous hours. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm trying to bulk up. I have quite the skinny frame, and I look like I'm 12. Oh, elevator roulette. Left we do legs, right we do arms. Leg day it is. I'm gonna be completely honest, that was a farce. I was doing legs either way.
Third floor.
I hit my coworker with a your mom joke. My buddy and I got drunk at UNH, and on the ride home, we went all the way from UNH to Boston, which is like an hour ride. I think we must have ripped at least 200 your mom jokes. That's literally the only topic of discussion the entire ride. So for that reason, I just kind of had to hit you with one right there. This is my first event with Poker.org, and with enough your mom jokes, it will probably be my last. Left, I'm going to sleep. Right, I'm going to play poker. Oh my god, you lucky son of a bitch. The entire ride up the elevator, I had this internal dialogue slash fight with myself. I just want to go to sleep. I have work at 1 p.m. It's 8:30 in the morning. I haven't slept. This is kind of the precedent. If I don't go play poker, then elevator roulette is actually meaningless. Fuck you. I just want to go to sleep. Oh my god. Go fuck yourself. I don't even know if they have a game running. So I just worked a 12-hour shift. I have to be up in 5.5 hours. I haven't slept, and I'm playing poker because I made a fucking bet with myself over a hotel button on a stupid. What kind of sick people are playing 20 by 50 at 8 in the morning? I can't knock it. It'll be me in like 2 years.
You have your ID, hon?
Yeah. Is this 26?
26, yep. You got player's cards?
I do not. I sit down and I'm pretty surprised not only that there's a poker table, but that people actually live in North Carolina. We play for 45 minutes, nothing interesting happens. The table behind us breaks, and our table gets down to 3 players. So you're thinking, all right, this vlog's gonna be piss. It's over. Pack your things up and let's go. That's where you're wrong, because like I said, we're in North Carolina, and there's absolutely fuck all to do. The guy to my right said, oh, I gotta check out of my room by 11. But he's been saying that since 2:30 in the morning. Now it's 8:45. He's staying here till he absolutely has to leave. And the guy to my left, he thinks that I'm 13 playing with daddy's money. He thinks I'm an easy lick. This game's not breaking. 3-handed, 1-3-6 auto straddle. Let's go, Carolina. In the first interesting spot, we look down at red jack piss in the small blind. Should you open this hand? I don't know. It's questionable, but I'm in Carolina. I'm not folding. I raise to $18, and both players make the call. 3 ways to a flop of no hopes, no dreams, get me out of here, until action checks around and the turn is a queen. Okay. Considering I'm out of position to 2 players, I decided to check once more. This time the big blind decides to bet for $25. The button folds, and action's back on me. I'm not really a huge fan of calling on a draw out of position, and I don't really want to fold, which leans me towards check raise. But Corey, what strong hands can we possibly have here? Queen 10, pocket queens, ace jack, jack 9, even pocket kings that gets real frisky. I decided to check raise to $80. Praying to God that the guy lets it go right now, but it's been 5 minutes since his original analysis. I'm still 13. I don't age that quick. He calls, and the river is absolutely fucking nothing helpful. So, now we are twiddling our thumbs with jack high. Listen, buddy, you know where this is going. I like to click buttons. I'm a toddler. I'm all in. All of the strong hands that I mentioned on the turn would be doing the same thing. I either have it or I don't. Obviously, I'm 13. Obviously, I don't. And obviously, he calls. So that's fucking sick. The very first... Why did I even come here? I could have just went to sleep, got foregone elevator roulette, and saved $600. What am I doing? I'm literally getting paid by Poker.org, and I just dusted my entire daily earnings and more. Now I'm in the red for working 12 hours. This game sucks. I suck. I want to go to sleep. Funny reload story. The max buy-in at 1-3 is 300. I wanted to come in for 1,000 because we're playing 2-5. We're playing a little bit bigger than 2-5 actually. Neither of the players cared, but the dealer has to enforce it. It's his job. There were 3 games running, a dealer at every table. The dealers rotate every 30 minutes. So when the dealers were rotating, I just slid $700 more onto the table, and I played with $1,000. You're not supposed to do this, but neither of the players cared. It's 7 in the morning. We're in bumfuck Cherokee. No one cares. One person cares. The dealer. The original dealer, he came back to our table 30 minutes later. When he looked at my stack and I had $1,000, he's like, you didn't add on, right? And before I could say a word, the guy to my left who stacked me was like, oh no, he took a huge pot off me. We're good. And the dealer was like, oh! So the guy to my left covered for me. I didn't say a word. I was like, my dog. Shortly after shipping my checking account to this guy, I looked down at pocket tens. I opened to $20. Now the same guy 3-bets to $75. The button folds, and I think you could 4-bet this hand at some frequency, but against this size, I'm just going to call. Heads up to a flop with a pesky overcard. I check, and this player continues betting for $55. I think we have to peel one here, still beating all of his ace-king high holdings. I'm starting to feel like I'm at the bar. Dealer, let me bang a 10. Give me a 10. The dealer says, my friend, absolutely not. It's a fucking brick. I check. This player decides to continue betting. This time for $130. This size, really, really good. This puts me in an annoying spot. It sets up an all-in on the river, and now my hand's pretty indifferent. This card shouldn't really change much, so if we were ahead on the flop, we should still be ahead on the turn. But at the same time, we'll have a lot better hands to call with, like ace-queen, king-queen, queen, any queen-x, or sets, 2-pair. I don't know. I decide to fold. This guy's wrecking me. I should have gone to sleep. Now we have 7-5 of hearts in the small blind. I open at $20. The button makes the call. The third musketeer got shot, so only 2 of us head to a flop of king 7-3. King high boards, I think we actually could range bet. Checking can't be horrible. Betting can't either. I could honestly get behind both. In this case, action goes check, check, and the turn card peels off the 8 of spades. I'm just going to check. The button thinks that's a great idea. He checks it back. Sick. What's not sick is the fucking river card. I check a third time. This guy reaches for chips, and I just snap fold. If he was bluffing, I think he'd do it before the river. And sure enough, this guy shows the ace of diamonds. I'm dozing off in my chair until I look down at two beautiful face cards. I raise it up. Both players make the call. So 3 ways to a flop of dog piss. I get the hell out of Dodge and think, why did I not go to sleep? You starting to see a pattern here? Okay, I'm kidding. I take it all back. Everything. Take it back. I look down at pocket aces. I raised the twin dollars. The same guy who basically has my social security number on lock. He's been destroying me all night. He 3-bets to $75. The button folds. This time we got it. I 4-bet to 200 smack. The big blind says, "Oh, how much do you have?" Great question, dude. I don't know, but I have a lot, and I'm itching to get doubled up. So if you could just put more money in the... Oh, perfect. You're going to raise again to $450? All right, I'm all in. The big blind says, shit. He flicks in the call. I announce that I have 2 birds waiting to fly into the land of profit, and this guy has pocket queens. With how I've been running tonight, I'm more than ready to go home with nothing to my name. I'm expecting a queen on the flop. And somehow there's not. The turn is clean, and by the glory of God, we somehow get a double up. The guy to my right who said, "Oh, I have to go, I have a flight." Yeah, well, now it's 10:45. His wife's called him 6 times. He's 15 minutes away from getting kicked out of his hotel room. He hasn't showered. He hasn't packed. He's like, all right, guys, I actually have to go. Me and the other guy were like, all right, we can understand that. I don't even know how I ended up on the session, but we'll talk about it when I get back to the hotel room. Both of my phones died. It's 11:14 in the morning. I'm going to sleep.